Good day, everyone. Welcome to this week's community call. And today I'm going to be talking about visualization and alignment. Now, it's just myself today, and it's had some things come up which he has not been able to move around. Therefore, it's just myself. So, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. So, visualization and alignment. Now, these are two things, arguably, that most people tend to forget about when trying to achieve their goals, succeed in whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. So, if you don't know what visualization is, starting off, visualization is a way of manifesting, it's in the name, and visualizing and accumulating the life you want to live and the life you want to achieve and the things you want to succeed at in your head. Like the word explains, you are visualizing it. So the process of visualization is visualizing every single aspect of the life you want to live. Obviously, you can visualize what food you're going to have for dinner, you can visualize everything. You want to visualize success. So visualization is the art of almost living and imagining your life as it is to be when you succeed, let's say. So the reason visualization is so important is because it manifests that life into your present life. So through visualization, you get to almost experience and imagine and feel what it will be like to achieve the things you're trying to set out to do. But also, it then sets a tone and it brings yourself to a whole new level, which people don't actually quite comprehend, and is why some people may not visualize where they are going, or may think that it's not something that they need to do, or they may think it's got no value to them, it's not important. Visualization is absolutely key because you need to know where you're going, you need to have goals, and you need to have all these things. But if you can't visualize it, if you can't visualize what your life is going to look like I said, if you can't visualize what you're going to make for dinner when you get home, if you can't visualize what it'll be like if you skip gym today, tomorrow, you're never going to achieve the result you're after. So if I can't visualize how I'm going to feel tomorrow if I skip the work today, then I'm going to skip the work today because I don't know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. But if I can visualize it, I know I'm going to achieve what I want to achieve, which is the positive thing tomorrow, doing the work today. So you use visualization to visualize your life like it's night and day, like the back of your hand, so that you know how to get there and how to achieve that result, or likewise, not achieve it. So you can visualize the life you don't want to live. So I can visualize working a job for the rest of my life. I can visualize struggling to pay the bills. I can visualize not being strong enough to carry my kids out of my house when it's flooded. All these things I can visualize to encourage me to do the opposite. And likewise, I can visualize myself carrying my kids out of the house. I can visualize myself not batting an eyelid at the bills that need to be paid. I can visualize everything that I want to achieve, and I can visualize the things I want to avoid. So, visualization is key. Now, how does this relate to trading? You may be thinking and wondering. Now, there are some obvious points. Obviously, the money, the cars, the nice things, and that's very easy to visualize. As you can see here, I have a Mercedes AMG GLC, which I visualize daily. And I think about non-stop, and I can close my eyes and I can feel the wheel and I can visualize the life that comes with that. But visualization shouldn't just be used as a tool to imagine yourself in places where you're in a nice car and a nice restaurant and all these materialistic ways, things that are physical. You have to also use visualization in the spiritual realm. So, visualization is best used when you use it to visualize the person you want to or need to be in order to achieve those things. So, to have that and to do all those things that we all love to think and dream about, I also have to be a certain person. Now, you can use visualization to understand who that person is and what they do. So, to be in that and live that life, I have to be a profitable day trader for a long period of time. I have to bear many months of no results to then enjoy the good results and then make good decisions following that to achieve that. So I have to visualize myself, excuse me, I have to visualize myself being disciplined. I have to visualize myself being a profitable trader. I have to visualize myself showing up day in, day out with that mindset that is required to achieve the things. I have to visualize myself reacting to the trials and tribulations that come along the way. So visualization not only allows you to see, okay, that's what my life could be like, but also prepares you and it makes you aware of what needs to be done. So it's very easy for us to do certain things and think, yeah, if I keep doing this, I'm gonna achieve my desired outcome. However, if you don't visualize, you don't necessarily cover all aspects of the things that are required to achieve that. So if I just think without visualization, I just think, right, to become profitable, I just need to find a strategy, I just need to show up every day and execute it. Simples. Yes, on paper, that will get me to my goal. But if I don't spend the time to visualize what the person is like, the profitable trader, the person who can achieve that and have that, then I'm not going to understand that, yeah, it's not just like you write down on paper strategy and execute daily. It's having a unwavering discipline to be kind to yourself, stick to your plan, and deal with hard and good times like the same thing. I have to be consistent and I have to be patient. And then when all the trading's done, I have to then continue to work on my life. I have to continue being not just a profitable trader, but a profitable person, someone who is constantly winning in life in general. So, to link it back around, visualization and alignment. Now, I know I haven't spoke about alignment at all, but there's a reason I've said it after visualization because visualization is just one part of this little recipe which equals whatever your definition of success is. That could be one of them. They come into you can visualize daily, you can sit, you can meditate, and you can think, you can watch videos, you can go to sleep thinking about it, you can dream about it. But visualization is just half of the recipe. If you do not have alignment to what you are visualizing and setting yourself out to achieve, then you are not going to achieve it. My example to this is if you ask anyone, do they want to be rich? Yes. You'll have the odd person who may say to you, money doesn't buy happiness. Ah, I don't want to, I just want to be this, this, this. I mean, rich isn't just about money, guys. Okay, being rich is about abundance in finance, yes, but relationships, health, wealth, freedom. Being rich is a multitude of things. But you don't just achieve them through making money. You have to achieve them by aligning to the person who achieves those things. And getting money does not solve all of your issues. So you have to align to the person who can get the car, but keep the car. So alignment is key because everyone can visualize. Like I said, everyone wants to be rich, but no one is willing to align. No one is willing to go, hey, I'm over here. I want that. I'm gonna align with that life. Yes, you'll be over here for a while, but you're going parallel. You see, I'm going parallel to my little whiteboard of visualize manifestation to achieve what you're visualizing, to allow the visualization to change from a visualization to reality. So when you've manifested it, when you've worked at it consistently, been disciplined and so on, you have to align. So visualization is key. You have to visualize. You have to know what you're working towards. You have to know the person you're going to become. You have to know what needs to be done day in, day out. Because like I said, on paper it may seem easy, but in visualization you also have to think about, right, the guy who, the things you want to achieve on paper, it doesn't show those late nights maybe where you're just back testing and you're just on a roll and you're not tired. It doesn't show those times. And then it doesn't show you having to wake up early. And then you have to wake up early and feel all the emotions of lack of sleep and then making trading work and then got the pressures of life and all these other things. It doesn't show those things. So alignment is accepting the demands that your visualization and your desire wants. Because without the alignment to any of that, with any of your desire, any of your visualization, you're not going to get the AMG. You are not going to take your parents out for a meal. You're not going to be able to quit your job. You're not going to be able to do any of those things. Alignment is key. And alignment doesn't just come through actions. So moving on to alignment now, because I believe I've covered visualization very well, and if I feel like I need to add some things, I will go for it. But this is all free flowing and off. There's no script. I'm just looking at my computer here for you guys. So alignment. Alignment doesn't just come in the form of habits, in the form of actions. It comes in the form of thoughts, words, and of course, actions. Alignment is all aspects. So alignment is, okay, if I'm going to make this work, I'm going to align myself as best possible to the version of what I think and what I know to the best of your ability is the person to achieve that. So if you align yourself completely, so listening to all the right things that are going to help you get there, not listening to all the wrong things. So let's say you're trying to be a profitable trader, trying to make your system work, trying to pass your funded account. You're not going to go listen to gurus on the internet who are ultimately just trying to get you into their thing to maybe make you pay, sell a course, or sell you their system, or say their way is the way. You're not going to listen to that. You're not going to be in Telegram groups. You're not going to be in Signal groups. You're not going to be anywhere where you're having this judgment, this not judgment, but hindrance on your edge and your belief. Alignment is, okay, I have a couple of free hours now. What am I going to do? Okay, well, I could sit and scroll to social media, or I could watch a movie, or I don't know, I could go do something that doesn't actually necessarily have a positive force, give you a positive energy. So, yes, you could use that time to do those things. But then there's also an opposite end of the spectrum, which you could align with being the person you want to become. So you could spend that time backtesting. You could spend that time just going through your journal. Simple task people underrate is looking back. It's a nice activity. You get to praise yourself. But hey, I didn't do well that day, but we all make mistakes. Bad days come. And even as simple as going for a walk, getting outside, seeing family, aligning yourself with the person you're wanting to become is key because it's easy to even post on social media and say, hey, I'm this, lock in for a few this. Um, Tell yourself even in everyday life, you'll maybe finish trading, you'll finish the silver bullet and be like, oh, I've done my training for the day. Cool, I can go live the trader lifestyle and be free. Go for it. But is that truly aligning with the person and the things you want to achieve and how you want to live your life when it comes to it? Because alignment is the key to it all. Because most people, now, yes, I say most people fail because they give up. Now, that's true. Most people do fail because they give up. But most people fail and give up. And the reason they give up is because they're not willing to meet the demands of their dreams. And that is what alignment is. So if you have a dream, you have to align yourself with that dream. And that comes to every basis. So that means when your girlfriend's maybe doubting you, your parents are doubting you, your friends doubting you, everyone around you maybe doesn't see the vision. No one's gonna see the dream like you. But you see the dream and that's what matters. And you have to align yourself with that completely. Because otherwise, what's the point of having that dream and even putting it out there in the first place if you're not gonna align with it and go all in? So visualization and alignment. You can look at it in many ways. Visualization and alignment can be used to simply think about your perfect trade. Now, I recommend every one of you who's watching this, visualize, close your eyes, and visualize your perfect trade. Because I can visualize it. I have it in my mind. I'm not going to say it because it's pointless. It'll sound like a load of rabble. But you should be able to visualize it and draw it on your whiteboard. Just like I do have the top corner. Probably hard to think about that. But in that top corner, I've got basically a market maker model. That for gold, when I trade gold, that is all I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Asia high, sweep of liquidity, maybe a previous high, sell off. I enter on the sell off. Simples. You should be able to close your eyes and visualize that trade clear as day. Now, you open your eyes. How do I align with that? Okay, I backtest first of all, if you haven't already, of course. You backtest, so you're affirming what your perfect trade is, and you're taking only that model or that strategy. You're only taking those trades. Alignment is then when it comes to the live market and you see your trade. You don't go, oh yeah, but this. No, that's your trade. You have visualized that. When you see it, that's it, you take it. Okay? Alignment is aligning to your visualization in every single way possible at this present moment. If you don't align, or maybe you align half or 75%, 90%, then that amount that you don't align with where you're going. So again, I'm no perfect man. I have my unalignments to where I want to be, whether that's getting sucked into social media. It's an easy one. I'm sure most of us do struggle with that. And you kind of get scrolling and you're like, oh, I'm scrolling. You're not necessarily aligned with potentially the person you want to become. So to align with that person, you have to be aware of all the things that you do that don't align with your visualization. So there's another way of looking at it with alignment. You have this idea, like I said actually earlier, linking it back to the start. Visualization shows you where you want to go, how you're going to go and get there, how you're going to feel, and all these different things. But you can also use it the opposite way, see how not to, what could go wrong, what the life you have to live. And the great thing about our minds is we actually always, I believe we always tend to know right from wrong. We know what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. And it's why it's very easy sometimes to spot a guilty conscience and know when some people know they're doing wrong and you don't have to say anything. So whether you're playing Xbox too much, or you're watching a series too much, or you're simply scrolling too much, you know deep down within your heart, whatever your goals and ambition are, whether that is trading or not, I presume it will be, whether that's the gym, whether that is simply trying to develop a relationship with someone in your family, a female, a male, you name it, a friend, whatever. Whatever it is, you know there's a way of aligning with achieving that. And it's only when you don't align with it that it doesn't apply. So a way of looking at it is in relationships. If you want this perfect wife, you want the woman of your dreams, the one who you want to bear your kids and be the wife that you want, all like you name it, perfect wife. It's easy to say you want that, but if you don't align to be the perfect man, to have the perfect wife, woman, then you're not going to be able to get that. You're not going to be able to match that. And it works with this, it works with trading. This, for me over here, is my only one of my goals. It's just another step in the stone of the mountain. You guys understand what I mean. If I don't align with that, then I'm going to struggle to get up the mountain, to get to my goal, to get to my visualization. I'm going to struggle because I'm hindering myself. I'm wanting to go. I'm like, I want to align. I'm aligning with a few tasks. Yeah, yeah, work it. And I bring myself back down. Maybe I scroll on social media. It doesn't just it's a little thing, but it's hindering me. It's hindering me. Maybe that's half an hour. Maybe that's an hour. It could be a couple hours. And then in a week, 7 days have gone by. Those, let's say an hour every day, you just maybe it's not all in one, but maybe all those little bits of time. If you were to add them all up, you could look at it, that's 7 hours you could have potentially done with something else. Now, what could you do in 7 hours? You could do a lot, right? In 7 hours, you can do a lot to align with where you're going. So, alignment is all about being aware of your actions, and you're only aware through visualization. So, you have to visualize the life you want to have. You have to understand how you get there through the right and the wrong path, and you have to understand the two consequences, red pill, blue pill. Blue pill, live the life that is easy, just regular, but you're not going to be satisfied, this, and you get there by doing the things that we tend to want to do. We want to sleep in, we want to eat rubbish food, we want to just watch this, we want to just lay in bed. These things, yes, I don't want to do those. I personally don't want to sleep in. I don't want to eat rubbish food. I don't want to eat loads of sweets. I don't want to play loads of Xbox and watch loads of films and all these things. But there are times where you crave them. Your human naturally desires the comfort. It desires it, and it's the want for better. And you can have multiple wants, but you can't eat your cake. And I don't know what the saying is off the top of my head. Point being is you can't have both. You have to have one or the other. You have to be all in and you have to be committed. You have to take that pill and you have to accept the life that comes with that. And you have to align. So, guys, visualize the life you want. Take yourself onto a hill, give yourself some time, give yourself some space, go for a walk, sit in a beanbag like I am in your room, whatever it is, drive up onto the hill, drive in, sit in, whatever time it is, wherever it is, doesn't really matter. Allow yourself the time to visualize and think about the life you want to achieve. It works best sometimes even at your desk. You can visualize by typing in all the things you want. And that's where we have vision boards. Josh has just put in the chat, you can't both keep the cake and eat it. That is what I meant. So you can't want to have all these great things in life, but then not align and meet the expectations of that by doing all the things that don't get you there at all. They just satisfy momentary feelings. So give yourself the time to visualize. Visualization, and I'll restart. By giving yourself the time to think, by giving yourself the space to have these thoughts and realize what you actually want in life, how you're going to achieve, whether, well, for me, I'll just say personally, I want to make a load of money. I want to be in very good shape. I want to have very good relationships and be very in a state where I'm free and I'm able to do the things I want. And my life is how I want. I curate it all. I can have slow mornings if I want. I can have a free weekend if I want. That's the goal. That's the goal, let's just say. So if I don't align with how I get there, which is working pretty much constantly in all areas, I don't just mean trading, backtesting Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. till sleep. You don't have to be doing that. You can improve in multitude of areas. And look at it like this. Jack of all trades. I've not heard that saying from anyone in a while. And if you haven't heard that, Jack of all trades, I believe sometimes has been like I don't know, a compliment. I'm not too sure. But you want to be a jack of all trades ultimately. You want to not just be someone who's sat behind his desk and knows the silver bullet perfectly. You also want to be someone who can trade the silver bullet, knows it perfectly, but also go to a coffee shop, have a nice conversation with someone, and then can go do some exercise, and it's healthy, and knows how to eat and cook, and have a multitude of things. So I know, speaking like I said before, for myself, I have to align with all those things. So yes, I want to work out with trading and make loads of money, and I want to do all these other things. I have to work on it equally. And by setting yourself this visualized life, you then align yourself with this visualized life, and then your actions align with the things you try to achieve. So every day, you should have things to align to. You should have things you need to go and work on. There's always something to do. There is always something to be improving on, something to be aligning to. So give yourself the time, visualize your life, and then realize what you have to do to align to it. So that is going to the local print shop and printing off pictures of the car you're gonna have like that, so you can see it every day, and then it reminds you that you need to do things to achieve that and you need to be consistent. Or likewise, if it is visualizing that perfect trade, get a picture of it, whatever it is. You have to visualize it and then align with that. So to align with taking that perfect trade, I have to think of it, I have to know it, but I also have to practice it, be consistent with it, and always be looking for it and only taking those trades. So visualization is necessary to realize everything you need to do, everything you want and everything you don't want. And it allows you to see the board and see your day-to-day life for the good and the bad that you're doing. Now, good and bad is obviously relative to you. And I, again, am no perfect person. I do things every day that hinder me, as we all do. But the best thing you can be doing is being aware. As long as you're aware, it allows the opportunity to make actionable change and align. And even if you're aligning 5 out of the 7 days in a week, and then maybe there's a 2 days where you just slip into it and you maybe do just scroll on social media, those things are fine. It's always the conscious effort to align with your goal. So, I don't think there's much more for me to add to that, guys, but visualize and then align. It's simple. There's many different ways you can view these terms, but understand the reason most people fail is because they give up. And the reason most people give up is they're not willing to meet the demands of the life they actually want. So, it requires looking in the mirror, it requires being honest and having integrity and being humble. We're not perfect, none of us are, and we have to want it. As simple as that, you have to want it. To want to visualize it, you have to want to look at your life, and you have to want to align. If you don't align, how do you expect you're gonna get anything you actually want? Because you have to align to it one way or another, because every action matters. Everything you do, you get a result. And it's easy to think that everything we do or certain actions don't have a response, don't have any meaning or direct impact, but they do. Simple as they do. Every action has a reaction. So, leave it on that note, visualize and align because you can do it, and all you have to do is commit. Don't give up. Giving up is that's how you fail. And meet the demands, whatever those demands are. Whether you need realize after this, hey, maybe I do need to wake up earlier. Hey, maybe I need to do more back testing. Hey, maybe I need to be kinder to myself when I make a mistake. Hey, maybe I just whatever it is, you can do it and it's possible. And the only thing stopping you from achieving and getting to the life you're visualizing, the things you're visualizing, and everything you want, it's you, my friend. It's no one else. And you can take a donkey to water, but you cannot make it drink it. The donkey has to drink the water to quench his thirst. So, without further ado, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave some love and feedback if you found it value. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.